Hey guys, it's Risa. How are you? I hope you're doing great. It's early morning and I'm going for my walk, of course. You see that I'm not in my winter jacket, so it's actually nice weather. It's a little cloudy, but I'll take it. There's no rain, there's no snow, there's no ice, so I can move, people. Anyways, I wanted to talk to you about habits. I know it's not our favorite word, and there's a lot of negative connotations regarding habits, especially ones that we want to break, right? And it's not easy. It's not easy to break a habit because those are things that we've been doing over and over and over. A lot of times we don't even think about what we're doing or why we're doing them, right? It's become a habit. And how do we break our habit? How do we get into a different mindset so that we can change and be better people and set different goals for ourselves? Because that's what it's all about. I'm just changing hands here. Sorry about that. I get tired and I have my headphones that are gonna fall. Oops. I'm always dropping something. Anyways, I apologize for that. There we go. Okay. So how are we gonna break our habits? How are we gonna get into that positive mindset? How are we gonna form new goals? You know, they say that it takes at least 3 weeks, 21 days to be exact, that I've heard, to be able to form a new habit and break an old habit. You want to form good habits, right? Not ones that have caused you stress, that have been problematic on your journey. So let me give you an example. One of the things that I've had trouble with, and this is going back for a long, long time, and that is snacking at night. I'm a snacker. I love things that are sweet. And, you know, sometimes I think I'm hungry. Sometimes we're bored. Sometimes it's just in front of you. Sometimes it's to keep company with other people because they're having their snacks. And it's a habit. You know, you just get into that habit that at 9 o'clock you want something sweet. You know, you think you're hungry. And it's not hunger pains you're feeling. It's in your head. It's how we feel. It's what we're thinking. And because you've been doing it over and over and over. So, you know, a lot of times I'd be sitting watching TV with my husband, and he'd have all his delicious snacks for my daughter. And we'd be sitting in our living room. And I started putting snacks underneath the table so that I had my snacks. So I figured, okay, well, at least I'm having healthy snacks. But they were still at night. It was late. Was I really hungry? Was it necessary for me to be snacking? You know, or when company would be over, it's social, you're engaging, you're communicating, and you're eating unnecessary calories in what I'm talking about for my habit. I'm not saying this is one of your habits, but I know for a fact that there are a lot of you out there that have these kind of habits as well, right? I know I'm right. So I'm sharing this with you because it's near and dear And for a long time, I didn't want to break it. I thought, you know, my journey's going okay. I'm still losing weight. I can still have my snacks. But it wasn't just at night I was snacking. I was snacking during the day. I was snacking while I was meal prepping and meal planning. I'd have things around. Those bites, licks, and tastes, people. Those are dangerous because they add up. Those calories add up. And I'm switching arms again because my hand's getting tired. And, you know, eventually it catches up with us, those habits. And then I decided I've got to do something about this. So I started reading up about intermittent fasting, and I'm not telling you guys to do it, but it's definitely something that has helped me get out of this habit, especially at night, which was the worst one for me. At night, eating and grabbing things. Even if they're healthy, they were still adding up in my daily points and maybe going over my points. Because, you know, we fool ourselves. We think that that tablespoon of peanut butter is only 3 points, but it's probably 6 points because it's a heaping tablespoon of peanut butter. I've done that on many occasions. Or that bowl of popcorn that we basically measured but then added extra. That's not really 3 cups, it's 5 cups or 6. Anyways, with the intermittent fasting, it was giving me that time, that window of when I could eat and when I couldn't eat. And I thought, I've got to try this. I really have to try it and see if this is going to work for me. So I set a goal to do it for a week and just see, you know what I mean? Like, test things out. So I decided that I have my lunch at 12:30 and you get an 8-hour window, because the lowest one is the, you fast for 16 hours and you have 8 hours when you can eat. And I thought 8 hours seems like a good amount of time to eat. And also, after a certain time, break your fast. And, or fast rather, not break your fast, fast. So, at 8:30, it's like, okay, Risa, enough. You're not eating anything else. And I needed that. I needed that time limit. And I also decided that on the weekends, because you know that 80-20 rule, 80% being good, or not being good, we're always good, but behaving ourselves on our journey. And then having your 20% of what you'd like to have as a treat, not a cheat. You know, I hate that word. We're treating ourselves, right? We deserve it. This is our life. We can't not have the things in our life forever that we've put aside for a while we're on our journey. Because that's not realistic, people. You want to still be able to have the things that you enjoy and deserve to have. Because then we go on those binges and then we want to eat everything in sight. Trust me, I've been there where it's like you feel like you have to deprive yourself because you're on a diet. But that's not the case. You should be able to allow yourself to have things in moderation. So, I tried it for a week. It went really well. And now it's been a month into this breaking of this habit. And is it always easy to break a habit? Definitely not. My hand's now getting in the way. Sorry about that again. in my hair, in my face. So whatever that you're working on, whatever habit you're trying to break, you know, it's not always going to be obviously easy. Anything that's worth your health is going to take work, determination, a positive mindset, planning, thinking about how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, and of course your why. We all know, mostly because it's near and dear to us and we just want to be healthier, whatever it is. You know, I'm not just talking about food. It can be anything in your life that you want to change. You want to start exercising more. Start off with something that's realistic and small, just like I've talked to you guys about goals. Habits and goals are very similar. And you want to form new habits. When I first started out on my journey with WW, now called Wellness That Works, it was Weight Watchers for 100 years. You know, I made the commitment, and that's what it is, your commitment to become more empowered with your life, in control of your life, to go to meetings. So I became accountable. I didn't want to go on that scale, but that was another thing that I had to start to do and form a new habit to get up on a Saturday morning. Yes, I work with kindergarten diagnostic children, and I would set my alarm. My husband thought I was nuts. Well, not nuts. You know, he couldn't believe that after a long week I wanted to get up, but I did. I got up every single Saturday and went to my meetings. And after 3 weeks of doing this, it became a habit. You know, tracking. Did I want to write everything I was eating out? Well, I knew that by doing that every day at a certain time. Some people track on their phone. Some people are like a paper trail. I used to keep these notebooks and I'd write out, you know, what I was having, what I ate, and I usually did it at the end of the day. That worked for me. It might not work for you. You might want to put it on your phone as you're eating so you remember, because it's not always easy to remember. So that became a habit. You know, so exercise, going to meetings, tracking, drinking water. You know, I just did a video on, you know, and it may sound silly, how to drink your water. But a lot of people say, I can never get it in. So check out that video, because there's a lot of good tips and strategies to form a new habit. So habits can not necessarily be bad. If you're breaking them, they might be. But if you're forming new healthy ones, then they're going to be positive and good. And you're going to feel so much happier. You're going to be able to feel empowered, like I said, in control of your life, determined, motivated, inspired, you know, and you're helping yourself with your lifelong health journey. And then hopefully, like me, you can pay it forward, which is what I'm hoping, that, you know, when you learn something, that you can teach other people about the things that you've learned, the tips, the strategies, the tricks, right? Because sharing is caring, and that's why I do this. You know, we may hate doing our laundry and it piles up, or we may hate meal planning, we may hate grocery shopping, we may hate finding new recipes because it becomes overwhelming. But the more you do it, again, thinking about how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, writing out a grocery list. You know, I have a lot of videos on those as well to help you. For me, that was a good habit because I love doing that. I love finding new things because that helps me as well. But that could be also a new habit, that you haven't tried before. And then once you do it over and over and repeat, it becomes easier. You feel successful, right? And who doesn't want to feel successful? And then it just becomes natural to you, and you're just going to keep doing it over. So no matter what it is, you have the capability to do it. You just have to try. You have to work on it, whatever it is. And again, I just gave you a few examples of the things that I had to change and wanted to change, right? Getting up early wasn't easy. Even for work, I used to sleep in, and it became a habit. And then I thought, I can get so much more done if I wake up an hour or two earlier than I was, and I'd set my alarm. And I think, oh my God, I'm so tired. It's so easy and it feels so good to be in bed, right? But I thought of my why. I said each day for 5 days. And then, the 80-20. So maybe on the weekend, sleep in a bit. Reward yourself. And that's a big part of it. Once you've accomplished breaking your habit, you can reward yourself with something, whatever it is. Okay? Go to a nice play. Go for a manicure, a pedicure, a massage. Go see a band. Go out for drinks with your friends. A movie. Whatever it is, reward yourself. New clothes. That's one of the things that I love to do, is definitely buy new things. That could be a bad or a good habit. So we have different kind of habits, obviously, in our lives. And I know that take one day at a time, one step at a time. It's a journey. Figure out what habits you want to break. Don't try to break 10 at once, people. Start with one habit. Work on one. I know somebody at my WW group said she wanted to form a new habit of meditation. So that's what she's doing. And again, find what you like. Do what's good for you. Figure out what's getting in your way. What habits are getting in your way that are stopping you, preventing you from being successful on your health journey, that will make you a better person, a happier person, a more motivated person, to be able to get the things done, to get to that journey that you want to get to. And if you slip up, it's okay. Tomorrow's a new day, people. Starting over, fresh, figuring out what you need to change that got in your way of being successful, because I know you can do it. All right? We all can do it. Start small, be realistic. Okay? And thank you for listening. I hope this was helpful for you guys. I love you. And continue to subscribe. Share my videos with other people. They don't have to be on WW to get benefits from my videos, shopping, meal prep, meal planning, all the different types of recipes, my podcasts, okay? And of course, my group, my Facebook group, Weight Watcher Tips and Recipes by Risa, Risa's Piece 8 on Instagram, and my website, www.risaweiner.com. So take care. I got to get walking more and get in my Fitbit steps. All right. I was going to show you my Fitbit. There it is. All right. If you're a Fitbit fan and you want to start a new habit, all right, and a challenge, look me up, Risa Weiner. Bye for now. Mwah. Take care.